Hey there drone fans, Rick here again from Drone Valley. In today's clip, I'd like to review a brand new battery from a company called PowerExtra that'll fit your Mavic Pro, and it looks and works like the original DJI cell, but it costs a whole lot less. So if you're on the hunt for adding a couple of extra batteries to your kit, you might want to check this guy out because it can save you a few dollars. Now, in the spirit of full disclosure, the company did send me this battery for review, but you guys know I'm always very honest about anything I review, so I promise that won't impact my impressions of the product. Matter of fact, like I do in all these clips, I'm actually going to give this one away, so I'm not even keeping the battery. But I've been using it for the last couple of weeks, and honestly, I can't tell the difference between it and the original cells, and I've put it through a ton of different tests. And I get a lot of batteries sent to me for testing, whether they be battery banks or actually batteries I can use with my quads, and most of them don't measure up. They either don't hold a charge, or maybe they take too long to charge, or I put them up in the air to fly and I don't get a lot of flight time out of them, or worse, I put it in the quad, do a firmware upgrade, and it brain deads the battery. This one has passed all those tests with flying colors. I've charged it on a bunch of different devices, from the original charger to one of the high power chargers that you can charge multiple batteries at the same time. I've even used the hub for it, and it's charged flawlessly. It charges in about the same time as the original cell, and I get just about the same time of flight out of it. In some cases, it's actually flying longer than the original battery, so I've been very impressed with that. The big test with it, though, is running it through its paces with a firmware upgrade, because most of the batteries I use, because of the intelligence inside the battery that talks to the quad, when I upgrade the firmware in the quad, it tries to push firmware to the battery, and that's usually where things go a little bit crazy. In this case, I've down-revved the firmware twice, re-revved up again on the firmware through those changes, and haven't had a single issue with the battery. So I've been very impressed with the performance up till now. Now again, the company is PowerExtra. They're not new to this. They make a ton of other replacement batteries for things like Roombas and power drills and all kinds of other technology, and they make a bunch of different drone batteries. So I think they've got a battery for the Phantom 3, Phantom 4, and this one's made for the Mavic. And again, I'm always hesitant to take these things and test them because I always worry that it's a single point of failure in the quad. If this battery goes south, I'm going to have major issues with that quad coming down out of the sky. But they've built in the same level of smarts in this battery as the DJI battery, and I'll show you a couple of screens right now. So this first screen you're looking at is actually the DJI Go 4 application on the battery page. So it's looking at the cells. You can see that it's reporting the exact same information you'd get from a DJI cell. And if I click on the next screen, you can actually see that it reports a serial number. It keeps track of how many times the battery's been charged. So for all intents and purposes, it gives you the same exact information as you'd get on the original DJI cell. So that to me proves that the battery's got the intelligence I need inside of it to talk to the quad, to let it know what kind of charge it's got left and how far it can fly. Now, what's really nice too about it is that the company stands behind the battery. A lot of times, battery companies like this will sell a battery on Amazon or eBay or whatever, and then you can't find them. So if you have problems with the battery, you're out of luck. This company actually stands behind it. So it comes with a really nice manual to explain how to use the battery and some safety precautions around it. And again, it comes with a contact card, which is really a bold move for a company to include a thank you card that gives you all the information you need to get a hold of the company. So if you have questions, there are phone numbers, emails where you can get a hold of them. You can get on their website and leave some positive comments for it. And they also ship it in one of these LiPo fire bags, which is something that I'm a big fan of. Having some type of fireproof bag that you can keep your batteries in when you're transporting them is really a safe thing. So as a deal, this is a pretty good deal. You get the battery, the bag, and you can actually buy them in a pair of two. And I think you're saving about $20 on the cost of the original battery. So it's a very nice price for the battery, and it's a really good thing to add as maybe your second or third cell. So from a specifications perspective, exactly the same as the Mavic Pro battery. It's 11.4 volts. It's got 3830 milliampere hours of energy inside of it as far as capacity goes, which equals out to 43.6 watt hours of power. So it's exactly the same as the Mavic Pro battery. What really impressed me about it too, in addition to all the good stuff that I found to be true about it, was that it had both ROHS and CE compliance testing, which means it's gone through the testing with those agencies to make sure that it meets the specifications that the company claims around safety and fire prevention and charging capabilities, all the stuff you care about. If you're buying a battery, you want to make sure that it's been certified by those two organizations, and this one has. So let me show you what it looks like in the Mavic. I'll actually hold it up next to the Mavic battery. So just for starters, I'll do a little walk around here so you can see from the bottom. Looks exactly the same. Connections are the same. When I hold them side by side, it's actually a little eerie that it looks almost exactly the same from a design perspective, even down to the shape of the releases on the side. When I look to the back, the bottom looks the same. Your labels are on there, so they're proud of the product. And if you look along the top, It's got the same power button, same spot, a little bit different graphics on the top there, but you power it up the same exact way. You hit it once and then hold it. Nice bright LEDs on top to give you the charge levels, same as you would do on the original Mavic battery. And then to power it down, you do the same thing, tap it once and hold it, and it powers down. And again, my experience with this has been, I've charged it a bunch of times. Actually, I didn't hit that all the way. There we go. I've charged it a bunch of times on both of the chargers. It's worked great. It fits the Mavic like a glove. It just snaps in there. In some ways, I think it's actually a little better connection than the original battery. Now this one has been in the field with me for a while, so it's gotten kind of beat up, but and there it is, beat up a little more. But it pops out nice and easy, slides in nice and easy. A lot of these batteries that are sort of clone batteries don't fit correctly, so there's a big gap up top, or you can see a gap along the edge. This one slides right in just like the original battery. It looks like it belongs inside the quad. And I've flown with this pretty consistently for the last couple of weeks, on and off, in addition to all the other batteries that I use for the Mavic Pro. And I put it in my kit, and it's now in my regular rotation of batteries. I was a little hesitant to begin with because I wanted to test it, so I kept the quad low to the ground to see how long it would fly and how it would take a charge and hold the charge. And once I got comfortable with it, about the second week of flying, it's now in my kit as a regular battery that I use no matter, you know, what I'm doing for that day for flying. So I trust it completely. And again, what I like so much about it is that when you fly a lot, you need extra batteries, and the batteries are so darn expensive. So if you can save $15 or $20 on a battery, if you buy 3 of them, you basically get the 4th one for free based on the savings. So I think it's a really good deal. So I'll put some links below where you can find the company. And again, they're not some fly-by-night company. They've been around for a while. They make a ton of other batteries. They've got a really nice website where you can go on it and check out all the specifications. So I feel pretty comfortable recommending these guys as a replacement battery for your Mavic Pro, because based on my experience for the last 3 or 4 weeks, this thing has been flawless. I've had no issues whatsoever. No battery issues, no error conditions, nothing at all that would indicate this battery is anything less than perfect. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. I hope you find this review helpful. If you have any questions about it, drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. If you own this battery and you've had experiences with it, good or bad, drop those in the comments below as well, and that'll keep me informed and let everybody else know what you think of the battery. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful. I've got a lot more reviews coming, so stay tuned. And thanks again for tuning in. Until next time, happy flying.